Hey guys, welcome to my Arachyr set build for the Witch Doctor class. We are currently on patch 2.3, which is currently on the PTR server, and the set is not even out yet, so this guide is a preview of the final version. So there might be changes on the PTR, but I don't think that they will be too big. And if there are, I will add the new changes to this build. So there are a few new additions to the Witch Doctor class in general. We have two important things for this build, which are, actually it's three, which are the introductions of a new artisan called the Carnice Cube, which you can get through a quest, which practically grants you 3 passives of legendary items of your choice. It's a weapon, an armor piece, and a jewelry piece you can choose from. You will only get the legendary effect or proc from those items. The second most important thing is the introduction of the set, which is this build around the Arachyr set, which is this one. I won't go about every item piece and every skill choice, because some are obvious. I will put a link to the Diablo 3 character planner in the description, so you can check all the best in slot items I would choose for this build. But there are a few items that are questionable and that you can choose based on your playstyle and or preferences. So first thing I want to talk about is the braces. So there are new braces in this game, which do have fairly good synergy with this build, and those are the coils of the first spider. So the secondary effect of those is that you get a ton of life per hit, which in my opinion is not too important, because this set already gets a lot of sustain from the second set bonus of the Arachyr set. Also, an interesting point to note is that the Manajumas set got a remake in the PDR, so it has nice synergy with the new Arachyr set. This is why I call this build also the Manarachyrs. It's just a little mix-up of those two names, so a little bit on the cheesy side. Let's just show you what I put in my cube, that you can see the new artisan. That's practically it. The cube, pretty much like in Diablo 2. You have your 3 item slots here. This is the weapon slot, armor slot, jewelry slot, and you can see all the recipes and stuff at this little side here. So what in my opinion is the best weapon for this build is the furnace, because this build is mainly AoE damage and has little to no single target damage, and it's better to have something that fastens your clear speed of elite mobs and Rift Guardians. So the second choice, the armor choice, is a little bit questionable. I took the Grim Reaper for utility mostly. Damage wise, it's not that important to have it. You can check for other items as well. You can as well put those coils of the first spider into that, which are pretty interesting as well. And Cinder Coat if you play for fire, or with the runes, with the Firebed Fire rune. Belt of Transcendence would also be a viable choice, and you could switch the Belt of Transcendence for, let's say, Witching Hour, which would give you a little DPS boost, but would cost you some survivability, and I'm just not a fan of it. I like the Grim Reaper because we are also running the Focus and Restraint set, which synergizes with the damage of your clones. Also, The jewelry is not really that discussable if you don't have a Unity. 50% damage reduction is just too big. Also viable choices were Convention of Elements or Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac. I tested this, and with Firebats it's just really interesting. Also, you could get a Ring of Royal Grandeur and switch out one set piece for any item you like. But this is the setting I was the most comfortable with, and I guess it's far one of the best ones. So, for skill choices, there are not many things that are really important here. Well, the last set bonus gives you a little restriction on skills to use. So the most profitable would be those which profit from the 6-piece set bonus of the set. And these are obviously the ones I choose. Important to note is that your Spider Queen will run to the one you cast, the one you get from the set bonus here. And the ones that your clones from the Grim Reaper spawn do not stack with the damage of the set bonus. But they still crit for like 20 million for me, and that's quite some damage. And it's the most beneficial primary skill I could find. And we need a primary skill to proc one of our buffs of our rings, so we just have to use one. Your main DPS will be your Firebat spell. Your copies will also cast Firebats, and this is also why we use Spiritual Attunement. You can switch this out for like Pierce the Veil if you can deal with the mana usage or are just really good at resource spending, but I just like to have a consistent flow in the game, and casting Pyronado to proc your Strong Arm Bracer is for me the most important thing sometimes. And it's also CC, it's also damage up, so this is why I chose Pyronado, and I like to use it a lot, especially with Strong Arm Braces. It's a good and strong combo to clear faster. Another interesting skill choice is the Big Bad Voodoo. It's just a damage buff for you. You could switch that out with Soul Harvest. It's just up to you and up to your playstyle. I just think that Big Bad Voodoo is better because it's more reliable and it's a greater DPS boost. Also, your mimics from the Grim Reaper also scale with a 30% damage buff from it, so it's really beneficial. The most important thing is your hex with this build. It also is very important to move with it between camps, because as you can see, as a chicken you are really fast. Well, that's about everything. Yeah, I guess you could switch out the pot to whatever you like, but those are minor things. I think I've discussed everything that's discussable, and hope you liked it. If you're interested in the rest of the itemization and skill choices, you can check the link down below where the link to the character planner is, and then you can take your time and watch everything at pace.